Hello, I'm Indigo Warrior, and this is your Gemini Cancer Cusp Angel Horoscope for September 2017. Before I start with your reading, guys, I have two announcements to make. The first one is that I'm getting a tripod very soon. Hopefully I'll have one by the next time I do your reading for the next month. So fingers crossed on that aspect. I do apologise if people have been having some discomfort with my camera, with the images blurry and the fact that it shakes and that is making people feel dizzy and there's some discomfort, and I do apologise severely for this. The second announcement I'd like to make is that there is a new Facebook page available if people are interested in that. It's just really, I put a daily card up, a weekly card and a monthly card. It's just and any other sort of messages really that the angels wish to sort of communicate, so it's more of a way of getting more messages. So that's that. Okay, I think that was all the announcements I needed to make, so let's begin with your reading Gemini Cancer Cusps, shall we, for the month of September. Let's begin. Okay, so the first card, guys, that you have is the Four of Gabriel. So this is a time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, and release yourself from burdensome situations. So what I get the feeling, Gemini Cancer Cusps, is that beginning of September there's going to be a dramatic change, maybe in your career, finances have just thought, and you're going to be on top of the world. I get that sense, and you're not going to really want to deal with much drama, which is good. That's a really good thing. You're not going to want to deal with other people's stress. You just want to sort of go at life at your own leisurely pace. But obviously there's going to be some form of celebration, obviously, that Gabriel has pointed out. So this could be a birth, this could be a wedding, this could be an anniversary. But there's going to be some form of celebration that you guys are going to sort of do at the beginning of September. And I feel like this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to, maybe start something new in your life. You might talk to somebody who will give you an idea, and I get that sense. But I also feel like, obviously, Gabriel is pointing out that to release yourself from burdensome situations. So if there are people in your life that are causing you some problems, and maybe perhaps that you carried it on from the last month, beginning of September, that there could be some people that have caused you some problems, and this is the time now just to let them go and sort of get on with your life the way that you want your life to be. I know it's easier said than done, but maybe ask the angels to aid you with this if this is your situation. Okay, let's move on to your second card. So we have expression, guys. Okay, with expression, sorry, my voice is going. With expression, this normally is quite an artsy sort of card. It brings out, sort of the artistic side of people's natures, and all the artistic arts, and it can, because I felt like profession and stuff like that. So some of you guys could be working in the arts. You might, some of you might be going back to college or going to college. You might be doing an art course. I feel like if this is the case for you guys, if you're into art, then it's going to be a great month for you to get cracking. You're going to be able to create some great things. It also is a good way to be able to communicate as well. If you're feeling a bit down or you're feeling very happy, you can self-expression and all of that. I also get this card normally a lot when I do readings as well for people who have had problems with communication. So this could be highlighting the fact that some of you guys, because there was a burdensome situation that you needed to release yourself from, what Gabriel pointed out, is that some of you guys may need to express to this other person or to other people why you do not want to associate yourself with them. But just do this perhaps in a very creative way. Don't put yourself down, don't put other people down. Just try and do this as creatively as possible without lying, and so you're in a safe and comfortable environment. I get that sense. Let's move on Okay, we have organic foods, and this is obviously an Archangel Raphael that's bringing this card forward. And obviously, there is a prayer on this card, which is: Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. So, this could be a couple of things. The first thing is that what Raphael sort of bring forth is that if you've made any changes in your diet recently, especially at the beginning of September as well, so if you change your diet at the beginning of September, or you might have done it last month at the end, it's sort of like a congratulations, you're going to feel much better, you're going to be able to detox all of those nasty chemicals that you would have obviously eaten or had consumed before. So it's sort of a congratulation card, you're doing a good job, well done, and sort of to continue at it. Also, the other meaning I normally feel like what organic foods can sort of bring forth is that maybe you need to pay attention to what you're eating. So you might be consuming too much sort of meat, too much sort of product foods, you know, things that have been processed and things like that. So just pay attention on your diet this month, because it could cause some health problems, like your stomach could have some problems, and you might not be able to sleep and things like that, especially if you haven't got a routine of when you eat. So just pay attention to this, because Raphael obviously has brought this to your attention. So let's move forward. Okay, so we have the Goddess card for express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. With the Goddess card, obviously this is normally, you know, pay attention to your feminine side. You do not have to be a female and you do not have to be a male, it's both. You know, you could be either or, either gender, and everyone has a masculine and feminine side regardless of the gender that they were born, you know. Okay, with obviously divine feminine energy, you know, so I normally get this card through when people have been more sort of masculine with their approaches to life. You might be looking after yourself in more of a masculine way, and there may not be as much of a balance there, you know, because you need to sort of balance the masculine energy and the feminine energy together. And obviously, this is a perfect example for your sign, Gemini Cancer, because Gemini is a masculine sign and Cancer is a feminine sign. So you might be more focused on your Gemini aspect than your Cancerian aspect. And this month of September, sort of calling you guys forward to focus more on that sensitive side, that more of that feminine qualities that you have within yourselves. Might help with your artistic side as well. You might be able to use this, you might be able to express yourself more femininely through your artistic pursuits. So that's the sense there, guys, for you. Obviously, intuition, nurturing qualities. Some of you might need to look after somebody else this month. And you know, just look after yourself if you are looking after somebody else, because it's all good and well, you know, looking after other people, but you need to look after yourself equally as well. And I feel like the Goddess card is quite a balanced card, so sort of keep an eye on your health, and others. Obviously, if you're looking after someone else, then look after their health as well. So just keep it balanced as much as possible, and you probably will have a great month. It's just there's a few sort of concerns that I've picked up, you know. Okay, let's move on for now, because I might come back to these two, but I'm not sure. It depends if I have time or not. So the next card even we have is the Helper of Action. So this card is you're blessed with many wonderful things to do. It would be great if you could take the time to make a plan first, though, but you probably don't have the time. So get busy, follow your instincts, and have fun. You or someone you meet is very self-assured, capable, and enthusiastic, and can do anything with a smile. So some of you guys, you know, are going to be really, really busy. I have got that sense that some of you're going to be really, really busy. Some of you are going to look after other people, some of you are going to start college, or some of you, you know, are going to be sort of around a lot of other people, maybe in an artistic sense as well. And what I feel like, is just pay attention to your needs a little bit more perhaps this month, because you're going to be so busy. I get that sense. It's going to just keep on going. There's going to be one thing after another, and it's not necessarily going to be negative things all the time. It's going to probably be quite positive. I get that sense, but just keep yourself maintained as such. Make sure that you are, like, you're giving enough love to yourself, because people are going to be coming at you this month. There's going to be a lot of people that want your help, want your advice and things like that, and want your help, there's going to be a lot of people, I feel, and that might get you a bit overwhelmed at times. So just trust your intuition, go with it. And if you don't feel like something's sort of correct, then trust your intuition on that, and sort of just take yourself away, remove yourself, and you probably will feel a whole lot better. You don't need to take on all of the problems of everybody else if it's going to harm you. Okay, let's move on to what else. We have Zafkiel for ecstasy. So what is Zafkiel? I normally feel like what Zafkiel brings forth here is, maybe do some meditation or something like that, because I feel like ecstasy is a spiritual high. You do not have to take any sort of illegal drugs or anything like that to actually enable you to have a high. Literally, a spiritual high is a very natural high that you can sometimes get if you are either going through a spiritual awakening process, or you are a highly spiritual person. So, but obviously anyone can have a spiritual high. You just have to ask the angels, to calm yourself. It's a sort of state of peace, but it can come out in ecstasy, sort of the feeling of ecstasy and euphoric energy. It's just, calm down. That's what I kind of get. It's calm down, ask your angels for that spiritual high to sort of help you relax, and you probably will get some answers this way as well. Now, I feel like that's what Zafkiel sort of bring forth for you guys. Let's move on for the middle of your month, Gemini Cancers. Let's see what's going on. We've got the Two of Gabriel, so there's a lot of Gabriel here today. And obviously this is make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So, okay, Gemini Cancers. This is very interesting. Right. So at the beginning of the month, there was obviously a time for a celebration. There's abundant rewards for hard work and releasing yourself from burdensome situations. So now, going into the middle, we have obviously you got make bold and ambitious choices. So I feel like some of you guys are going to have an option to do with career or the job or even the college course that I was feeling earlier. But just just go with the flow. Maybe if someone goes, would you like to do this? And you instantly go, oh, that sounds like a good thing. Say yes and do it, because guaranteed you'll absolutely love the decision that you have made. But obviously great progress is possible. So if some of you guys have been struggling a little bit, especially at the beginning of the month, some of you guys might not have had that, that great sort of start that was sort of predicted. Then there's progress to your skills, to your to your life that can create much happiness, and progress is very much possible. That's what the angels are saying. And obviously at this time there might be a relationship, guys, that you might need to pay attention to around the middle of the month, because obviously this Gabriel brings this card forward normally, because obviously it's important relationships with people who share your vision. Now, this could be a romantic sense, or it could be, friends. I don't necessarily think family, but it could be for some. I just feel like it's friends or romantic partners that this is sort of highlighting. So if some of you perhaps need help this month, then go to your friends, because insights from other people, I feel, are going to sort of be very beneficial for you in a creative sense. If you are looking for a romantic partner, then I feel like there'll be an opportunity available in the middle of the month that may they may not be your usual type. I get that sense. They may not be your usual type if you're single. They may not be your usual type, but there'll be something about them that will make your heart sort of flutter, and and you'll sort of go, oh, they're quite nice. I feel like take your time though, because they might not be the type of person that wants to rush anything. If you are in a relationship, then, and either you've had problems, then I feel like if you've had problems in your relationships, things will probably be solved around this time. If you're in a relationship and everything's fine, then this is just a confirmation that things are going to continue to be correct and sort of continue to be fine. That's the messages I get from Gabriel. I feel like I'm getting a lot of messages, guys, on your cards today. Let's hope I can still do this in the allotted time I've got for you guys. Okay, so we've got acceptance next. Okay, so what acceptance means is that this can mean a few different things. One being, in obviously, as it's right next to this card, is just accept the opportunities that come your way. Sort of accept the way that you might not necessarily make the choice that you feel drawn to make the choice of this month, but it feels like what you should do is make that choice anyway, and just accept that you've made that choice, because don't worry about it or anything like that. I get that sense, because it's going to be a great month if you just go with the flow. I get that sense. If it's obviously to do with romantic partners, and if you've had issues perhaps with a romantic partner, then I feel like all you just need to do is accept them for who they are, accept the situation, and if you do not want to be in the relationship with them anymore, then move on. And obviously that's easier said than done if you're married or things like that. Maybe have a break, if you don't want to completely get rid of the person. Just be nice, be nice to this person, and sort of allow yourself to look after yourself. I feel like it's a very look after yourself month, Gemini, Cancer, I really do. Let's move on to prayer work. So very self-explanatory card, this one, and what Raphael, I think, is bringing through with this is, just if you feel like you've had a little bit too much on a personal level, because I feel like this is quite to do with love, so hopefully this whole line will be to do with love, in the middle of the month, is that if you don't know what to do, and if you feel like, for instance, they've lost their faith or something like that, then just pray to the angels and ask for them to help your loved one or whatever. There is a prayer here of, obviously, dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of, and then you add your details of your prayer. So this could also be the fact of your prayers are being answered around this time as well, and this could help you out in a lot of areas. Obviously you might then see some signs, miracles and things like that happening, and this will all be answers to the prayers that you've asked. Okay, I think that's it for now on that one. So then we have listen to intuitive feelings. So some of you guys really are quite, spiritual, psychic, and things like that. And what the angels sort of bring forth, I feel very strongly for you guys, is that some of you may not have been listening to sort of how you are, like your feelings, your thoughts and things like that. And I feel like some of you guys are probably quite psychic and quite intuitive, and you've been ignoring it to a certain extent, and probably, so I feel like around the middle of the month it's time to sort of open that connection up again, and to allow yourself to sort of be able to hear the angels and hear your guides, or hear whoever you personally believe in, and you'll probably be safe, and you'll be able to continue and get some more answers that you have really been in need of, I feel. So that's that. Let's move on. We have the messenger of action. So this is something new and excited related to creativity or your career comes to your attention around this point, so that's pretty cool. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going, although you may feel insecure. However, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life, or maybe it's you, who is creative, enthusiastic and fascinated by life, and who wants to try everything. So I feel like what the messenger of action sort of bring forth is sort of a summary of everything that I've sort of said. However, the added thing that I feel like what obviously this card has sort of brought through is that there is going to be a sort of a creative or career thing that will come to your attention around the middle of the month. So pay attention to this, because this might help you out like majorly in the career or in the creative aspect. So look out for signs, and as this is next to listen to your intuitive feelings, and obviously there's the prayer as well, then this may help. And because I felt a romantic sort of partner around here, it might actually come through a romantic interest, romantic partner, your husband or your wife or something like that. Someone close to you could actually be sort of the answer as such. They might give you an answer that you're like, oh, that's really great, you know, and then you'll be able to continue with something perhaps you've been stuck on for a while. Let's move on to Raziel for intuition. Well, I had this actually, funny enough, sort of not the same cards, but I had this, funny enough, like I think yesterday, whenever I did a reading with someone else, is that the angels sort of are trying to give a strong message here. And obviously for you, this strong message is listen to your intuition, sort of pay attention to your sort of your feelings, your inner knowingness and things like that, because this will help you out an awful lot this month. And as obviously we've had like 2 cards now that have sort of brought this card forth, and obviously there's been a few other mentions, you know, with obviously the goddess card here of your intuition and stuff like that. So pay attention to your intuition this month, because Gemini, Cancer, I really feel that this is one of the strongest messages that the angels are gonna bring forth for you guys to pay attention to this month. Okay, let's move on to the end of your month, Gemini, Cancers. Let's move on, see what's going on. Okay, so we have the 7 of Michael. Okay, so this is normally, there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer and review all the details. So what I kind of get the sense of, guys, is that some of you would have, you know, you got the information you needed, and then you wanted to work by yourself, sorry. And obviously Michael has just said, you know, that working alone is not the best option for you guys at this point. So I do feel like this is a very people month, so try and be around as many people as possible. Look after yourself, however, and I did say balance these 2 things. But I feel like, you know, you might be a little bit sort of fixated on one idea and not realize that there was another idea available. So just pay attention to what's going on around you at the end of the month, guys, and you need to review all of the details in order for you to get an understanding, because there could be some confusion around this time as well that could really drive you up the wall. So just pay attention to this, because I know Michael, he has to say these things, but obviously 7 of Michael, I'm always like, oh no, poor guys, you know, poor people, you know, but it's just one of those things, is that just pay attention to what is going on around you and you should be able to be fine. All right, let's move on, see what else. We've got friendships. So yeah, this obviously, friendship doesn't necessarily always have to mean your friends. It could mean loved ones and your romantic partner and so forth. But this, I feel, is just another confirmation, guys, is that just to have people around you. Go to your closest friends, perhaps, go to your family members, or even go to your partner if you are in a relationship. Just, this feels very, very strong that this is sort of like, there seems to be 2 main messages here, guys, as well. Is that just be it, well, 3, is that obviously your career, but stay in contact with people this month, because people are going to really help you be able to distinguish certain things, give you certain answers, listen to your intuition as well, and obviously the universe likes to speak through people as well, and so obviously the angels do this as well. So just pay attention to what other people have to say, because it might not actually be them, it might be like an angel speaking through them. So especially if it doesn't sound like the person's what the person would normally say as well, just pay attention to these small little signs, because this probably will help you out majorly. Let's move on to meditation. Okay, so this is obviously meditation. It's a brilliant sort of a way of being able to talk to your angels and sort of being able to sift through all of the mental sort of things that may be going on around your head. So at the end of the month, Raphael sort of brought forth is just do some meditation. Obviously there is a prayer here of, dear Archangel Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my mind and body to focus on peace, health and wellness. So guys, you know, you don't feel like you have to do meditation alone. Call on Archangel Raphael to help you, and you know, or any other archangel or angel that you feel could help with your situation. Obviously, if you don't believe, like, if you don't not believe, if you don't work with the angels, then call upon whoever you personally believe who would probably do the similar sort of thing. But I feel like that's what the angels sort of bring forth is, you know, especially Raphael is bringing forth is, you know, keep the balance, but there are things that you need to work on yourself this month as well. Okay, vegetarian and vegan again. So, okay, right. This is also we had this earlier with organic food. So this is quite interesting. Is that beginning of the month we had this sort of the card that came through with obviously foods and stuff like that. Middle of the month, absolutely nothing really to do with your diet. Now again, at the end of the month, we have obviously another food card. So there's obviously something to do with your diet, guys. Some of you might obviously have turned vegetarian or vegan. But some of you guys may need to do that because your body may be in agony as such with what you are consuming. I'm not saying everyone needs to be a vegetarian or vegan. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, well, it's two cards that's pretty much identical in just different ways. Is that obviously this is fresh organic fruits and vegetables give a boost of high life and force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. So just pay attention to what you are eating, and be careful with what does go into your body, because things, if you're allergic or things don't agree with you, just pay attention. Please don't eat things that are going to harm you. That's sort of the message I'm getting through. Just continue sort of trying to eat as healthily as possible and you probably be fine. That's what I get. So let's move on. We've got intuition and insight again. So I see your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now, so you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others. So okay, that's a change. That is a change. And don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself for now. So at the end of the month, guys, there is a slight change. So obviously, you know, it's been quite a people month. It's sort of, you know, you've had to sort of go to other people and stuff like that. So at the end of the month, this might be the time where you can sort of do things by yourself. Not beginning of the end, but at the end. To do something by yourself and, you know, listen to your intuition. And, you know, you've got a lot of cards on like here. I'll zoom out. You've got a lot of cards that are saying the same sort of things. So please pay attention to this if this applies to you. Obviously, because obviously the certain cards are saying the certain things, this is also an indicator that these messages are very specific to certain people. So if you do not get a message, guys, please don't make one fit you, because this is a very specific message, or messages, sorry, for specific people. Okay, also, keep your secrets safe. That's what I get as well. Is obviously they did say that. Is that keep your secrets safe, because obviously you don't want everyone to know your innermost secrets. Really, it's not gonna sort of be helpful, especially if you then have a falling out or things don't work out or things like that. Because then it's gonna bring more negativity. So keep your secrets safe and trust your intuitive abilities, please. Cancer Geminis, please. Okay, let's move on to the last card for trust. So yeah, just trust that the Uriel's obviously brought this forth. Just trust in the angels, trust in the universe, trust yourself, trust other people to a certain degree. But obviously, if you don't feel like there's mistrust or you know, or something's not right, trust that as well. So that's what I kind of feel like for your reading, guys, for September 2017 for Gemini Cancer Cusp. Now obviously there was obviously only a few specific messages that came through for your reading. And obviously I thought the creativity, you know, there's the food sort of, pay attention to that. Other people quite important, but pay attention to yourself, but listen to your intuitive feelings, guys. That's the main sort of messages I get for you for September. So I don't think there's anything else that wants to come through, so I think that's it. So obviously I'm Indigo Warrior. I am new to giving readings on YouTube. This is the second month I have done it now. I really want to say thank you for subscribing, for liking the videos and commenting. Makes me feel like the messages are getting to the where they need to go, and obviously it's a great boost, you know, to know that I'm doing the right thing as well. But obviously, as I said earlier, I'm not going to be for everybody, so just pay attention to that. So if you don't get a message or you don't get anything from me, then that's fine. The angels obviously wasn't giving you a message today for whatever reason. Maybe go to another reader or somebody else who can perhaps give you an answer to one of your messages. But if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, comment. Obviously I've got a new Facebook page up and running. It's work in progress, however, please, you know, if you like Facebook, whatever, then please do like that and sort of, you know, join in with that. But yeah, no, obviously I'm Indigo Warrior, and this was your September 2017 Angel Horoscope. I'll see you next month, guys, and I hope you do have a great month. Blessings to you. Bye bye for now. Goodbye.